Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We are at halftime of this. Uh, ugh. What an absolutely horrible waste of a sack fumble that gets you into field goal range immediately. Like, what an absolute waste. Let's start there. This defensive line hasn't been able to get to Mac Jones all day. Not because they're not doing the job like some of you people believe, but because the game plan from the 49ers is, hey, let's not allow this defensive line, these pass rushers, to be in the game. Let's get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback quick. Let's throw it to running backs. Let's get it out of his hands quick. Let's keep him moving, right? So that the defensive line can get close, but can't quite get there. That was the thought. That was what they wanted to do in the first half. You can tell it. That was the game plan. Where was the counter to that? Where was the we're going to mug up on these receivers? We're gonna crowd them at the line of scrimmage so that they can't get free releases, so that the quarterback can't just catch, step, and throw. Where was the counter at? I'm gonna tell you where the counter was at. It's non-existent because that defensive coordinator does not know how to do anything else. He has one DNA. His DNA is to be safe, is to be bend but don't break. And every time he tries to go against the DNA, he gets exploited for something, right? Like, that's just what it comes down to. Offensively, I'll say this. The offense is moving the ball a little, but the problem is when it's time to make plays, when you have to make plays for the quarterback, you can't drop the ball. You can't drop the ball. Like Theo Johnson getting these touchdowns. He's been able to get into the end zone. He's been able to get into the end zone a few times this year, but overall, he drops way too many right balls, and not just like regular run of the mill passes, like clutch. This is to keep the drive going, like really dependent. If anybody wants to know why Bellinger should be getting more, and I know I've always said, like, hey, Bellinger's better than what he's been given credit for. I think the biggest person who's been on the Bellinger train is Authentic. He's talked about it, but Bellinger knows. He knows, and he's able to come up with a lot of those. But Bellinger's injured, so it's like it's hard to, it's hard to doubt him. My thing is if you got Fedoni there, right? You got Fedoni there. Why is Fedoni not teed up if you do want to go with this offense where you go through the tight ends as your primary receivers, right? Where is Fedoni at? Like, why don't we see him more if Bellinger can't go? Like, if Bellinger can't go, if he's not healthy, if he's not ready, where's Fedoni at? Because Johnson catches balls when he's open, catches the ones he doesn't have to think about, but contested catches, I'm sorry, he just struggles with those. That's not his ministry. Can he get better? Absolutely, he can get better. Anybody can get better in anything, right? But he's not a natural hands catcher. So because he's not a natural hands catcher, because this isn't natural for him, he's going to struggle when you got to put the ball in hands. That's where it comes down to, right? But Fedoni seems to have a natural ability to catch the ball. And so if Bellinger's not out there, I'm not saying don't throw the ball to Johnson in the red zone or in the goal line because he's been good there. But these critical, we got to keep the chains moving, regular offensive throws. He doesn't get the job done. It's too many times that people are able to break up the ball on Johnson. It's too many times that people are able to get him flustered, or he just flat out drops the football. But that can't be your ministry. That can't be your ministry, right? And you can't go into it. So that's one of those problems that I have. These, and then you have to excuse me because I'm looking at my notes. These design quarterback runs, right? You have to design quarterback runs that are going to give him the ability to be wide open. You can't design quarterback runs that leave the quarterback having to power through in order to pick up yards, because if that's the case, they're not designed very well. Why is there only 11 carries in this game? Part of it is because the 49ers did a good job of possessing the ball, right? Like part of it is the time of possession for the 49ers is better because they were able to convert on some fourth downs. They got 3 more minutes of time of possession in the first half. But part of it is just like the Giants, I won't say they were going away from the run, but it just seemed like they weren't emphasizing the run the same way they would emphasize the run if Cam Scatterbo was there. And why is Devin Singletary getting all of these carries? Why is Tyrone Tracy not getting those carries? Like, what did Tyrone Tracy do to fall out of favor to where he gets treated like this? But I look at the pass distribution. I don't have a problem with Wan'Dale Robinson having 4 targets. I don't have a problem with Tracy having 3 targets out the backfield. I don't have a problem with Darius Slayton having 2 targets. But if you're going to target Theo Johnson 5 times, you got to be ready for him to drop the ball a few. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. If you know what you're dealing with and you keep dealing it, then you kind of are your own worst enemy, right? So, like, the 49ers defense has struggled all season, even before all of the injuries happened. So now with the injuries, the Giants can play in this. I expect a better second half from the Giants, right? I expect a better second half from the Giants. This first half offensively has not been it. And defensively, I can't put it on the team. Defensively, this is a game plan situation. They clearly said they have a bunch of backups, second, third, and fourth stringers in the secondary. Let's just get the ball out of our hands quickly. Let our receivers go to work so that the strong suit of their defense, which is the defensive line, doesn't have the opportunity to be effective. Like, that's what they said. So now it becomes, what are they going to do from there? And shout out to everybody in the comments. I know y'all are commenting. Shout out to Kenneth Perkins, who says Dable isn't good at making adjustments. I disagree. Dable's not a defensive coordinator. Offensively, they're making adjustments. Shane Bowen is not good at making adjustments. Crazy how the drop passes and rush throws got the San Francisco 49ers defense looking like a good defense with a bunch of second string guys. What's going on, coach? We lucky we not down more. Yeah, but we could be, but the Giants could be up, right? They could be up. You can't drop passes. It's just that simple. You can't drop passes, right? You can't drop passes. I don't know why. I don't know why Turbo can't get on this, can't get in this, on this team. I don't know why Jalen Hyatt is back returning kicks when it could be Turbo back there returning kicks. And I don't think Jalen Hyatt's doing a bad job at it. That's not a diss on Jalen Hyatt. It just is, you got a guy who's been returning kicks in Turbo Miller. Why not allow him to return kicks? Right? So again, shout out to everybody. Continue the joint in the comments. We've got a minute left until we're out of halftime. Some things I want to see in the second half. Things I want to see in the second half. You put the things that you want to see in the second half in the comments. We can continue to have this conversation as we get into the second half. Things that I want to see in the second half. Number one, I want to see more balls to Darius Slayton. I don't care what y'all say. I need to see more to Slate. Number two, I need to see more Tyrone Tracy running the football. I don't need to see Devin Singletary running the football. I know what he's here to do. He should be there just in case. Right? He should be there just in case. I don't need to see that. I want to see how this offensive line is holding up. They've given up some pressure, right? I want to see how the offensive line is holding up. I want to see how they move bodies in the running game. It's evaluation while you're trying to win. I want to see the defense get a little bit more aggressive, right? Get a little bit more aggressive in the secondary on the line of scrimmage so that they can't get off quick passes. And you're going to see more turnovers like you saw at the end of the first half when they were able to sack him and turn the ball over. It was a quick moving first half because of all the completions. Like, that's why the first half went so fast, right? So you got to find a way to get incompletions. You got to find a way to get incompletions. And by the way, as I'm talking, holy moly, the catch that this dude, T. Higgins, just made. Like, that's the difference, is that these teams have guys who can go do that. And we don't have, the Giants don't have a guy who can go do that because Malik Neighbors isn't here, right? And then they don't have any 6'4", 205-pound dudes to go and snatch it. So, hey, second half is about to start. Get out there, grab your favorite beverage, watch the team. We will talk soon. Hey, let's get this thing done, Giants. This game is still within reach. It's still within reach. If they wake up, Dart can be a little bit more aggressive, right? What do you have to lose? You're not losing your job, right? You're not losing your job. You're the number one pick, boss. Like, go ahead, let this thing loose, play a little free. Let's see what happens. Until next time, I'm Coach Gene Clemons. Enjoy the second half, all that good stuff. Y'all know what it is. I got a giant issue.